Hey guys, we've just got to the range here in Austin, Texas. Never shot a gun before, and we've been brought here by the amazing Jeff. I was on his podcast yesterday. So we're gonna go and find out what's inside and spend the next 2 hours shooting the biggest guns we can find. Right in Texas.
Well, because of my position and because of the long-standing position in the industry, you know, I have had to have conversations with people that have a lack of awareness of what it is to actually grow up in a country where the Second Amendment is so prevalent. You know, we're very lucky. Even though you may not have a firearms culture, you come from a warrior culture and you know, hard-fought colonial expansion.
Feel that as well.
Fuck yeah. Classic.
Oh my
the MP5
God.
though, I feel like that's like, you know, that's old school there, but we'll play with something.
Jeff, thanks so much for doing
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. The brass that comes out. There's the pro-gun group, there's the anti-gun group, and there's the agnostic folks that are kind of in the middle. Somewhat, you know, blasé about it. Like, they don't have an opinion for or against. But that group of people during the pandemic shifted heavily to being pro-gun. You know, you compromise your ability to put food on the table, or to safeguard your property, or to find yourself in a situation where now other people are becoming very desperate. And all of a sudden, like you were saying, I would want to have a gun to protect my kid.
Yeah, mate, so excited. I'm glad I had a coffee.
Bit of gun safety
Bit of gun safety.
from old
Man,
Jeff Gonzales, legend.
didn't realise he's like one of the most qualified and most respected gun trainers in the country. And we just got like a private
What is this trip,
tutorial. Huh?
What is this trip?
Mate, it's insane. Now he's going to go and do some like dummy rounds. And yeah, then we'll be able to do some target practice. It's fucking crazy.
I want to get on that Uzi later.
Yeah, mate, he said Uzi, rifles.
Hopefully.
I think he basically said we can do what we want.
Yeah.
So, let's
get it.
can we just chuck a grenade down there?
So, I was
Slop, slack, squeeze. Slop, slack, squeeze. This is 5 feet. That's alright. Alright, so. The only thing I want is I want you to
How'd you feel about that, mate? What did we just do?
So, fucking hell, what did we just do? We just spent the morning with a Navy SEAL teaching us how to shoot guns. We shot pistol to start with. Like, went through all the safety stuff first, of course, but shot pistol to start with. And then what was the big one called?
MP5.
MP5. It's like fully automatic. It's like fucking all over the place. Unbelievable, man. It's a little bit weird, like it's still such a culture shock, but I've definitely seen the other side to it. Not sure where I land on like what I would do personally, like what I think about it, but the whole gun law thing's mad, and it's really good to hear his view on it. what a fucking morning. Another
Some of the
ridiculous
stories
morning.
though, he's like got shot,
Yeah.
like loads of stuff, mate. It's mental. Like you can't fathom war after being in there.
You can't, after shooting a pistol, the thought of being shot or being shot at, like the noises and stuff, like it's insane to think like what those experiences are like going to war, being in the deserts, even just carrying the gun around, like it's definitely a newfound respect for people who are in the military. And I mean, fucking Jeff's like an OG. He trained so many SEALs for years. He was one of the head trainers in like the Buds training or whatever they call it. He's like the guy. So yeah, mate. It's just, like this whole week has just been such a wild ride. It's weird to wrap your head around what we've been doing.
Yeah.
But
we're hungry.
We're very hungry, mate. We want a coffee and pancakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When in Texas, we have to shoot guns. Never shot a gun before. You've just seen the experience that we had at the range, which is supposedly the biggest range in the US. In fact, I think it's number 2 now, but for a long time it was number 1. And a special experience with Jeff. Another lesson there of small interactions leading to incredible moments and incredible experiences. So Jeff asked me to be on his podcast. It was the morning of the workshop that was the whole reason we went over there. I said yes anyway. I was excited to meet him and have a conversation. Really enjoyed it. And then at the end of the conversation, I shared with him that me and Aaron are really keen to shoot guns before we go home, not knowing that he was the former director and head of training at the range, which is the largest shooting range in the US. So it was so amazing. We went straight up to the private room. It was all for us, and we pretty much got to do exactly what we wanted to do. It was an interesting experience having never shot a gun. I think the biggest lesson for me was not to have judgments about things we don't really understand. I still don't really know where I stand on the Second Amendment, but I'm certainly more educated than I was before I got to Texas. It was fascinating to hear Jeff's arguments and his perspective on everything. Obviously they're very pro-guns, so it just reminded me to not be so in my feelings and in my judgments from my own perception and my own paradigm. And the other one, which is massive and is, to be honest, been a lesson through the entirety of the trip, is when stepping outside of our comfort zone, the 2 key areas to consider are challenge and support. So the bigger the challenge, the more we're going to grow, but the bigger the challenge, the more important it is to have the right support there. And we've been very fortunate this entire week to have the elites in everything that they do. So I've grown exponentially as a person, as an athlete, arguably as well. And it's been a big part of that has been because of, you know, the level of challenge that I faced and the great support that I had. So that's something I'm going to take away and continue to implement in my life when I'm looking at challenges, ensuring the right people around me. It's been the most insane trip. It's been the best experience, and I'll hold on to these memories for life. And we're looking forward to creating many, many more of these in our All In series, which is going to continue to run with people from the UK and around the world. Thanks so much for watching, and see you again soon.